The story of Karla Faye Tucker is one that starts with heartbreak, wins through a path of violence, and ends in a place no one could have predicted. Born in Houston, Texas on November 18, 1959, Karla's early life was anything but stable. Her parents divorced when she was just 10, and from that moment on, her world spiraled out of control. By the age of 12, Karla had dropped out of school and was deeply entrenched in a world of drugs, alcohol, and hard living. She moved in and out of trouble, drifting through life with no real direction. Karla was searching for something, anything, that would fill the void left by a broken home and a lost childhood. What she found instead was the dark allure of a biker gang known as the Bandito Motorcycle Club. It was during this time that Karla met Danny Garrett, a fellow drifter who shared her taste for danger. The two became inseparable, and it wasn't long before they found themselves in a situation that would forever change their lives, and the lives of two unsuspecting people. On the night of June 13, 1983, Karla and Danny broke into the Houston apartment of Jerry Lynn Dean, a man who had previously wronged them. Fueled by drugs and rage, the couple attacked Jerry with a hammer, but it didn't stop there. When Deborah Thornton, a woman who had been staying with Jerry, tried to intervene, she too became a target. Karla, in a frenzy, used a pickaxe to strike both Jerry and Deborah repeatedly. When the violence finally ended, both victims were dead. Karla later claimed that she experienced a strange kind of euphoria during the attack, describing it as a twisted moment of ecstasy. But what she didn't know then was that this night would haunt her for the rest of her life. It didn't take long for the police to catch up with Karla and Danny. The evidence was overwhelming, and both were arrested and charged with capital murder. But while Danny's trial was swift, Karla's was anything but simple. During her trial, Karla showed little remorse, her cold demeanor shocking even the most seasoned court officials. In 1984, she was convicted of murder and sentenced to death by lethal injection. For many, the case was closed. But for Karla, her journey was just beginning. Prison has a way of breaking people, but for Karla, it became a place of transformation. She found religion, becoming a born-again Christian, and soon her story began to change. The hardened criminal who once relished in her crimes was replaced by a woman who spoke of love, redemption, and forgiveness. Karla's conversion was so convincing that it garnered the support of many who believed she deserved a second chance. Even some of the family members of her victims began to see her in a different light, advocating for her death sentence to be commuted to life in prison. But despite her newfound faith and the growing support for her cause, the state of Texas was not moved. Over the years, Karla and her legal team filed numerous appeals, arguing that her reformation and the circumstances of her crime warranted a lesser sentence. But each time, the courts rejected their pleas. Even the clemency request sent to then-Governor George W. Bush was denied. On February 3, 1998, Karla Faye Tucker was executed by lethal injection, becoming the first woman to be executed in Texas since the Civil War. Her last words were a testament to the person she had become, a far cry from the lost soul who had committed such a heinous crime. "I love you all very much. I'm going to be face to face with Jesus now." The story of Karla Faye Tucker's execution took an unexpected turn when renowned film director Werner Herzog, known for his deep explorations of the human condition, interviewed Fred Allen, the man in charge of carrying out her execution. Allen had been a long-time member of the prison's death squad, responsible for preparing and overseeing the lethal injections. In the interview, Fred Allen shared how witnessing Karla's execution profoundly changed him. He spoke of the emotional toll it took on him, a burden that grew heavier with each subsequent execution. But it was Karla's case that finally broke him. Seeing the reformed woman she had become, coupled with the finality of her death, led Allen to question everything he had believed about justice and punishment. Unable to reconcile the person he saw in the execution chamber with the cold machinery of death row, Fred Allen made the decision to leave his position. He walked away from the death squad, and today, he is a vocal opponent of the death penalty. Allen's transformation, much like Karla's, is a stark reminder of the profound impact these life and death decisions have on everyone involved, not just the condemned, but also those who are tasked with carrying out the sentence. In the end, the execution of Karla Faye Tucker left more than just one life changed. It raised questions about morality, justice, and the very nature of redemption. Questions that continue to echo long after the final chapter of this story has been written. So what do you think? Do you believe it is possible for a person to change after facing the consequences of their actions? What do you believe the consequences should be for a person who takes the life of another callously? Each case brings with it a different set of circumstances, which makes answering this question nearly impossible. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Stay informed and stay curious.